I said. Hello.
No, I'll just take one on the back of this. All right, whenever you're ready. So I can't call this meeting in order.
Okay, I'll call it to order.
All right.
Hi, we've got, see, what time is it? 6:02, and we're gonna call to order the Ferdinand Parks and Recreation Committee meeting. And first of all, we have Pledge of Allegiance.
Good.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call. How's that work? As far as
Just call the members and see who's all here. The members of the city members are up here. Just call who's there and they say aye or nay.
DJ Singh,
Here.
Daniel Gerke,
Here. Oh,
call.
Shane.
Shane Van Room, not here. And myself, Natalie Eifert. All right, public comments. Do we have any public comments today? And no. All right, consent agenda. Approve the minutes of October 21st, 2025 Parks and Recreation Committee meeting.
Vote to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, items for action and or discussion. Tuesday tunes. So just looks like we have all our sponsors for Tuesday tunes. And that's going to be, let's see, we've got, and all our bands are booked. So we've got May 26th, we have 90s Jake, June 16th, Tanglefoot, June 30th, PWSA, which I'm not sure. Let's see what we got. Oh, Pretty When She's Angry. There we go. Pretty When She's Angry. July 14th, The Verdict. July 28th, Windy Hope. And August 18th, Smooth Groove. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Wow, we have more this year than usual. I think last year we only had 4, and this year we've got 6. So that's pretty cool.
Seems like there's more and more buy-in from the community to do these type of things, which is really cool. And I like to see various different sponsors and maybe the people that were just doing it last year, which is great.
Yeah. Different vendors, it looks like too, except for Boots Barbecue, which I think was one of the favorites. Got Pineapple Cafe.
Is Boots, where are they operating out of right now? Are they?
Are they up in Belgium? Or
They're storefront just falls down. So I want to say they're operating as. Oh, are they? No storefront. Yeah.
okay.
Because I know they had a truck, didn't they? Didn't they have a catering truck or something like that? I mean, yeah, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, and then all you have to have is a commercial kitchen to prepare and then move it on to.
Cool.
All right, let's see what we got next.
So, 30 June, we have PWSA sponsored by PWSB.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That is kind of cute. Just fell that way.
Well, I'll let it be known that if there are any sponsorships available yet, because on here it still says, like we were talking about, that I'm on the 28th of July for Gerke Builders. I don't know if that's changed or not based on the conversation that I had with Chris today. Noyens is trying to do 2, you had said maybe, sponsor 2 of them, is that what I heard? Somebody had said that? Either way, if that changes and I'm still needed, I would love to do it, so.
All right.
I know Chris talked to me too, looking for volunteers for these days. I know that August 18th, I can volunteer to work at the concession stand, so. And then I told him I could probably do at least one other one, but I gotta figure out which other one I'll be available for. Maybe like that June 30th one, but we'll see. I know I got some camping going on in July, so I don't know.
it is kind of funny that I'm sponsoring the one on the 28th of July and I couldn't be there anyway if I wanted to. So, it's fun. All right.
Yeah, it looks like they filled up all the. So, all right, what we got next? Semi-quincentennial picnic. There hasn't been too much talk about it. It,
Yeah, this is kind of the first I'm hearing about that, so it is.
they were talking about possibly a picnic on 4th of July weekend at Stony Creek Park, possibly,
Oh,
but given it's a holiday weekend, but in Wisconsin, so many people are not around. Everybody goes up north. So probably not the best weekend to do it. So that'll have to be talked about more going forward, if that's even going to be anything. 4th annual Madonia Kids Mud Run. Let's see.
looks like we have $950 in sponsors, right? No, wait, am I looking at that right?
It looks like if it's up on here, it's 950.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 950 sponsors and
I don't know what this is down here though.
revenue minus expenses.
T-shirt, banner, bags, and items and food.
So I'm guessing what this is showing is we have X amount of dollars in donations. Obviously, we don't know what our expenses are yet, but we're looking at food, t-shirts, metal, wristband, and a bag, so $24.92 per person. And it looks like we're gonna be selling tickets for $30 till May 31st, and after the 31st, it'd be $35 if I'm reading that all correctly.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So again, I think it's important to note that this event, the registrations cover what our expenses are essentially. And then anything else that we make from sponsorships and things like that, it's just extra. But helps out the Parks and Rec department.
Guess why don't we do 25 and 30 for tickets? Like 25. Like early registers and 30 for after. And we have sponsors to cover things. And the way it's breaking down, it looks like it's almost $25 for each kid for stuff. Why not have the early registers basically be at cost and then the later registers go up a little?
Yeah, and I don't know I guess I don't know enough about it. In the past, I know as part of it was used to kind of to fund other things and to support our parks, right? Because there's a lot more that goes into it than just a month, there's hours from the DPW and all that stuff. So I think that's kind of part of it. Obviously, if we have $950 in sponsors already, that's something right there, but.
Nobody really objects to the prices. I think it's been steady.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was last year. I didn't do it last
I
year.
feel like it was the same. I don't remember either, but I feel like it was right around that much because I was going to enroll my nieces and I didn't. Hit us up for the banner. Let me know. I can provide a banner. Jason can if we have in enough time. So that could be less than expense. So no money has to go out for that.
And I was still gonna talk to, because Chris talked to me late last year. And my employer threw some swag in,
Nice.
but I told him I'd try to talk to him earlier this
Sure.
year. And then see if they can come a bigger sponsor for it. Than what it was literally like the week before last year. Chris is like, hey, do you know anybody that can provide some swag? And I was like, I might be able to just swing it through my employer, so.
Or just FYI, last year I registered 2 of my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, on April 20th. And it was 33.85.
So I was actually thinking to go down a little bit.
Mhm.
Was that, is there tax and stuff on that? Pay online, like processing fee?
Maybe a process fee.
Yeah, that might be true. Doesn't break it down that far.
Yeah,
Does anybody know who Ben Dickman is for the snack?
Do not.
no idea.
That. Volunteers, make a note, myself,
Have they-
Danny,
they-
No, I was just gonna ask about that.
Reagan.
Mid-July. So I'm just gonna put,
Yeah, put Iber family. Yeah, we'll be there. Whichever kids are around, we'll be there. Danny was he said he'd help with any setup. So Simon can just hit him up and he would come and help with anything.
would he be interested, he has his drones license, right?
He does have a drones license.
Then,
He would. I'm sure he would.
that'd be fun,
Write it down, write it down.
be really cool. Okay, made a good idea.
He would, oh my gosh, yes, he would be 100% on board for that, yeah.
That's all that papers you want to see as well. Again,
Yeah.
if you want to.
That would be great. We appreciate him. All
Are
right,
we supposed to set a date for this or somebody else set a date for this?
Chris, it's kind of Chris's,
Well, it's not on here, so it just says July 2026.
yeah.
One
I
in
have
our
it on something
packet.
else, maybe.
I don't see it on here so far, but I'm sure that let's
I've got it as July 11th.
July 11th.
run with it then.
All right, July 11th.
Why?
Got that from somewhere.
Facebook, maybe? Did I start seeing it on there, maybe?
Okay.
Right, and
I do know. Oh, actually, so that's off the agenda, sorry, keep going.
oh. I think what was, wait, let's see, I think we're on the movie night part now. So movies in the park, we need to set some dates for that. So that needs to be something that needs to be set,
Movies, right?
and movies. So maybe, could we do like a Facebook poll? Is there something like that they can do on the
Well, I mean, it depends.
I guess we want one movie for like an older age group, something tailored for a younger age group, kind of like a variety. Cause what did they do the one time, that Maverick? Was that what they did? I didn't go to any of the movies, but
Look, I heard the,
Thunderstorm came through,
yeah.
we had Attack on the Screen. Yeah, that was fun.
gosh. Yeah, I don't go because I'm allergic to bug spray, so I try to not do anything
I
else.
mean, we could just, like you're saying with the survey, we could pick like
Like,
6, 8 and put them on there and just tell people to vote for 3
yeah,
and then just take the top 3% ones.
I don't know what.
but we have to find out, there's like, isn't it licensing is
Right,
part
that's
of
what I was
it?
gonna say, you gotta find out what's available, you're supposed to buy the licensing and all that stuff, and that's where I was gonna say that these sponsorship amounts for $100 will not cover.
How much is licensing typically?
Is it 400?
Okay,
or 4?
well, maybe we can ask Friends of Fredonia.
You have to pay for a license to play a movie,
Yes,
even if you own the movie.
because
Yeah,
it's
that's broad.
broadcast.
It's kind of ridiculous, but
Even for nonprofit.
I'm looking for one of those screens right now to do neighborhood movie nights.
So that'd be different. Neighborhood would be different.
because you're just watching the movie, and if somebody happens to come out and watch it.
That's
like
just you,
there. But
yeah.
if we're advertising and broadcasting. So.
I can get you some paper, like paper, like that's what,
Oh.
like for like a screen if you,
I was gonna look for one of those blow up ones.
The blow up ones,
Like
okay.
that.
yeah, because I have extra backdrop paper. That's
Anyway.
not being used, so.
I just got an article.
Yeah, man, we got a good deal on that thing. So much fun. When we ordered all that stuff.
Yeah, I already picked up one of the speakers and the projector. So
Yeah.
Okay.
just getting the screen, and then I was like, just gonna set it up in my front lawn and get a fire going and be like,
Good for you, man. I like it.
come on over, neighborhood.
We see our neighbors do it. We just have TV outside.
I think the biggest the biggest challenge that we have with this event in particular is
Weather.
summer. And well, weather, summer, and it doesn't get dark till like 9, right?
Mm.
And so it's like, oh, which is fine if we're doing it for older age groups, but we've always had that challenge with the younger ones. It's like they come in and they're ready for bed and they leave halfway through.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the right answer is. I think if you do a later movie for older kids and do whatever, that's perfectly cool. Same thing with the adults. If it's the younger kids, I would almost wait till closer to fall. That's what I would say. Sun starts to settle a bit later. So,
So more looking at maybe like August, September, October.
you can
Since-
do like June, July, and August or something like that, right? June for the teens, whatever. It starts at 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know, it's.
Or July, August,
Yeah.
July, August, September,
Yeah.
even just like kind of like a something.
Mhm.
You can
I could see
always-
it being kind of nice for fall.
We came to that October one.
Yes.
It was so cold.
Did we do focus? Is that what we did?
Yes,
So,
I remember.
No, it was the fiery, like inside out or something.
Oh, yeah, we did 2 of them. That's right. That's right. I'm thinking Hocus
Fire,
Pocus was
water, whatever.
elemental.
Mental.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus is a different year, but that one we had like late in October. That was fun.
I was like, man, I should have brought the fire pit over here for that.
Cold, yeah, everything I do on, but anyway, yeah, I agree with you though. I'd say like July, August, September, something like that, or August, September, October. So I think that,
I mean, October is kind of back, or you never know, it
Yeah.
might be really warm. It could be.
right. So, I don't know. I think that probably is something to discuss.
All right, guess that's, now we're on to correspondence. Any correspondence? No. Items for future consideration.
I have one.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like from my conversations with Chris. That there is going to be the grand opening of the splash pad, and I believe that we decided on. May 22nd, is a Friday evening.
Probably some families left in town.
June. So. It was either that or the 23rd, and I'm not available that day, and. Guess I want to do it before Memorial Day, so. So I think technically that's the date. Flash pad.
Hi.
We said like 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that, late enough so that people are done with school and can get out and work. It's gonna, actually, it should be later than that. I think it should be in the evening a little bit more. Don't you
I
agree?
mean, it does stay late. I mean, look at it right now. Here it is
Yeah.
6:20 and we still have light.
Yeah,
So to make it accommodating for maybe 6:30.
yeah. Somebody want to follow up with Chris on that? I don't really. I mean, I can.
I can. So May 22nd, grand opening, 6:30.
You just gotta stay home. Go Saturday.
I am home, it's the soccer. Saturday, and everyone else might too. I don't know if they do it, well, but only does it.
I don't know.
Well, you'll be right there then.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, yeah. Fortunately, my children don't play it locally.
Oh.
I would much prefer they do.
Alright, any other items for future consideration?
Is there any word on what's going on with the Friends group?
No. Possibly could have some answers within the next couple weeks.
If we like to see that get painted back together and then motivated here with people that want to see full progress of like the parks, so. I took it upon myself to start doing some research on the cost of like a playground between the ages like 3 and 17 down at Marie Krause. Like near the splash pad, cause I've already spoke to a lot of families that are right here in Fredonia, they're like, yeah, the splash pad's great, but like. A couple of my kids like the splash pad idea, and a couple of my kids rather
Like
get
dry
the
play.
playground, and it's like. The only thing there is the splash pad or the soccer kids, so. And even people that go down and play soccer, they have other kids that aren't playing soccer that like, oh, I could, have a playground for them, so. But I was thinking it would be great to have a playground down there more for the ages of like. 3 or 4 all the way up to 16, 17, and also like ADA. Type playground.
I think I just saw a post not long ago about that, or was that in the newsletter, the village newsletter, about there was a significant donation that was made and that was gonna be used for pavilion and a driveway structure down
Yeah, the-
Pavilion,
The eighty,
yes,
93,000.
there. So it does sound like there's something in the works.
And, I think a pavilion's great, but like. If I
or
was,
Washington State.
if I was somebody thinking
Pavilion.
between pavilion or. Playground for
Mhm.
kids, I'd choose the playground because most
Yeah.
people that wanna have a party or something down there can bring some tents, rent a tent. Like,
But a pavilion kind of coincides with the.
Yeah, they-
If you're gonna have kids playing in the water, on the water, the parents are gonna wanna bring them out of the sun, so. So you wanna start with for sure being able to have that, like a structure. To be able to come out of the sun, to sit them down and have picnic tables and just be able to. But yeah, definitely, I mean, a dry play needs to be the next
Yeah, they Port Washington State Bank is sponsoring.
pavilion.
So that's kind of a. Let's see. I think it's gonna use a lot of the donation for that, because that was one of the things that I wanted was.
Something children.
That might already be in progress. That'd be cool.
And it's gonna take care of it. Money to.
Yeah.
do sort of price structure.
well, some of the ones that I've already been pricing are like in that 300 to 400,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous. For the ADA stuff, and I was like, if you're gonna go through a play structure, let's make one that's great for all families, right? Like. Let's make it clear, we're making this for all the kids, so.
Or if we could somehow get. Community playground, possibility playground, shooting park up in the actual one. They just talk.
Well, and I think it's great, like, if we can have that friend group, really band together and do fundraising and be transparent and, like if they have social media page, like show like, okay, we're in the progress right now of raising the money for this structure and this is our mark and this is where we're at and like this is what we're doing. So constantly, weekly updates and keeping that social media present so people are aware of like where that. And I think
that's a
they were
good
good about it
suggestion.
with the splash pad, but like, I think it'd be great to always do. And because there's a lot of people, I mean, I was just thinking about Miriam's and how fast they raise the donations. People wanna donate if they can see what it's gonna do.
Definitely. Just being able to see, okay, so. Like if you had like one of those, like the thermometers where you can be like, okay, so if we get this much donations, we're gonna be able to give it to this. And if we get it to here, then we'll be able to put this much towards, but have that big goal at the top, like they did at the beginning with the splash, yeah. All right, nothing else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, out of here at 6:26 p.m.
Thank you, kids.
Your last meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Hope that.
That's right. The wrap.
That's a wrap. That's it.
Gotta remember to take my pen out of here.
Yeah.